Welcome to beautiful Sequoia National Park. We came in through the south entrance of the park via 3 rivers as shown here on the map. That's the closest entrance when you come from the Los Angeles or Bakersfield area. This trip was with my in-laws and my wife. When we got there, everything was empty. There were no people at the gate because of the government shutdown, so we could just drive through. But we have an annual pass anyway, so it wouldn't have mattered. Definitely worth it because it basically pays for it after, I think, 2 visits to a national park per year. One of the best things in Sequoia, especially when you come from this side of the park, is that you basically have breathtaking views right from the get-go. Like the entire drive up the mountains and into the forests is so scenic and so wonderful. You have so many things where you just want to stop and take in all the beauty that nature has to offer. The street is fairly straightforward. You will pass by places like Tunnel Rock. It goes up fairly fast and fairly steep for about the first, I would say, 30-45 minutes of the drive. With every little break that you take, you just get new angles and views of this beautiful place. Once you get past the switchback pass, you will start to see quite a change in scenery. Everything gets more foresty, and you'll also notice the first big trees coming up here. You see people standing next to them. The first cars are parking there. So these are the massive sequoia trees that make this park so famous and popular. One of the major stops along this route is the General Sherman Tree. You can park right next to it and then have to hike down about 50 minutes, maybe 20 minutes if you take it slowly. And down in the grove is a multitude of big sequoia trees. So pretty much this is the heart of the national park. This is why the Sequoia National Park is called Sequoia National Park, because you will see these beautiful big sequoia trees. General Sherman Tree is the largest by circumference. It's not the tallest one. There are taller ones in undisclosed locations that they have measured. And the reason why these locations are not disclosed is because they don't want people to cut these trees down. As always with humanity and things that are rare, there's always somebody who wants it, who wants to claim it. So they want to avoid that. These trees are living fortresses. Basically, they thrive from small wildfires. They thrive through small crises, because all that takes out the weaker trees trying to feed off the same soil and the same nutrients. So the size of these trees and the rigidity of these trees is what makes them so strong. So this is General Sherman Tree in the full beauty. You can see people posing right in front of the bottom of the tree and how small they are compared to the tree. 36.5 feet diameter on the base. You really have to stand in front of it to start appreciating the sheer size. Got very lucky on this day. As you can see, we had some snow in the higher elevated areas, but at the same time the sun was out. I think it was around 65, 70 degrees. The snow was slowly melting, but not too fast, so we really could enjoy the best out of both worlds. On a previous trip to Sequoia, we also went out for a little hike, which starts at the Lodgepole Visitor Center and is about, I think it was about an hour one way to Tokopah Falls. And I know this video footage here is not the best, but I still wanted to add it in there because it's such a scenic, beautiful hike. Can warmly recommend. We just didn't have the time with my in-laws because we only made it a day trip, and that was a little bit of a stretch to get that squeezed in. As long as you stay on the main road, you basically tour from the south entrance of the park in a U shape up to the north entrance. It's pretty much the most straightforward way to explore the key activities of this park. It's obviously just scratching on the surface, but since this was a day visit, that's pretty much all you can do. Now here, this area is one of those that was certainly not a controlled burn. You see all the trees got burnt down. Looks a bit scary, and certainly was a dangerous area to be in because of potential mudslides after rain and stuff like that. So these areas, they will take many, many years to regrow, and these are the kind of burns that even for a sequoia tree are not desirable. So for sure this is a very unfortunate sighting.
Yeah.
On the bright side, they eventually got these fires under control, and a majority of the park remains as beautiful as you can see here. But nevertheless, it's a warning and telltale sign that we need to protect nature and really take care of these precious places. Even if you're short on time or are only here for a day trip, I recommend to take the little detour to Kings Canyon Visitor Center and also to the General Tree. It's another major tree in the park, surrounded by several other really, really big trees. This area typically is less congested than General Sherman Tree, and it has its own little magic. Maybe it's just because we went camping nearby there once and walked out there in the early morning, and there were some deer. Just speaking about deer, look what's here. I don't know, to me still, this is just a special place. You can also walk through one of those trees that are hollowed out, which is another fun experience to get an understanding of how these trees look like and how they feel. You can touch it, obviously, and just discover a little more about these beautiful giant sequoias. This is a nice little video. Look at the cars and how they are smaller than the trees actually in terms of the width, and then the sheer size of these trees is just breathtaking. Once you head back to the main portion of the highway, you're starting to drive out of Sequoia through the northern entrance or exit in this case. It gives you another beautiful view over the land that's around it. This closes out our little one-day road trip to Sequoia National Park. I hope it inspires you to visit this place by yourself. Hopefully you have more time and can stay actually a few days in that area, because it's such a nice place to visit and definitely worth spending some time there. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a comment. What is your favorite trail here? I'm curious about any advice and ideas. And if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you and goodbye.